morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolute honor and privilege to stand here and deliver my speech. The first thing I would like to say is thanks to my Almighty God for blessing me on this special occasion to meet every single person here. I also want to thank the honorable judges for giving me the opportunity to compete in this competition. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the official motto of Indonesia? Is it Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, right? We have diverse cultures, millions of endemic, the variety of languages, religions, and belief. We can say that the country that we stand right now is the example of unity of all diversity. However, how can we make a unity when we live in diversity? That's when the role of tolerance really needed. Ladies and gentlemen, people always shout, "Be tolerant, accept it." Do they really know the meaning of tolerance itself? I have been wondered about the meaning of tolerance. People say that we are tolerant when we can respect someone with different religion. For example, we can restrain ourselves to not eat in front of Muslims during Ramadan month because they are fast for the rest of the day. Other than that, when we can listen to someone's different opinion and we don't judge them, it's also counted as tolerance. I also want to tell you from the social and cultural aspect, when you meet someone from different ethnic group and then they do something that you find ungraceful, but that is their culture and you still try to accept and respect it, it's also count as tolerance. So from this point, the meaning of tolerance is really related with acceptance and respectance, right? We are tolerant when we can respect and accept the indifference that can be in background, languages, act, attitude, and belief. It also means that tolerance is not always about something that we like, but it's talking about how we can respect and accept something when we actually dislike it. In this special occasion, I really want to point out not only the good side of tolerance, but also the consequence to tolerate everything. Let me ask you now, do you think that we should tolerate every difference? Do you agree with me that tolerance also has a limit? I'm not saying that tolerance is bad and you don't have to do that, but every human has a limit to tolerate everything. Do you know that we have a freedom of speech? It means that we have the right to express any opinion without censorship or restraint. However, the implementation of freedom of speech is not as easy as we imagine. Let me ask you, is it appropriate to speak harshly about the leader of a country? Do you think that you will be safe? Or do you think that everyone should tolerate with you? For me, I don't think so. I think your act will consider as insult or inappropriate to someone who has the highest position in a country. And for the worst case, from what you have done is your act can consider as assault, which can lead to a crime. You can be claimed as someone who do defamation. What is defamation? Defamation is someone who causes harm to someone's reputation through words. So from the kind of act, we realize that tolerance also has a limit, right? Even though we have a freedom of speech, but we need to be careful to say something to someone else. Another example, it's also happened recently. On August 2022, to a freshman of law department in Hasanuddin University, that freshman is expelled from the students' orientation room after confess as a non-binary person. From that freshman opinion or point of view, he just expressed his opinion regarding to his gender, right? Then why is he kicked out after confessing that? Why don't everyone just listen and accept him? Ladies and gentlemen, that freshman is not doing a crime. He just wants to be addressed by gender-neutral pronoun like they instead of he or she because he isn't identified as a man or a woman. So, why don't everyone just tolerate with him? Let's say for from the other's perspectives. When someone in that room consider that freshman as they, we can say that they are tolerant people because they accept the gender. However, how can we say that someone who don't accept that freshman as they as intolerant people? Of course, is no. Why? Because those people only follow the rules and norm of their country. Related to the same examples, do you know the famous comedian in our country nowadays named Lucita Luna? Do you know that Lucita Luna is not only famous for being comedian but also as a transgender? I don't think that I need to ask you one by one, but I'm sure that not all of you here can accept transgender or non-binary person, right? When someone can accept Lucita Luna as woman, we can say that they are tolerant people. However, we cannot judge the people who don't claim her as woman. Why? Because in our country, Indonesia, transgender is still a taboo thing. There is no regulation for transgender or non-binary because Indonesia is only acknowledging two genders. They are male and female only. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those people who claim Lucita Luna as woman, can they be considered as someone who breaks the law? Of course, is no. Because they only accept Lucita Luna based on humanity. So we learned today, right, that we cannot just carelessly say someone is intolerant because they don't accept something. However, ladies and gentlemen, I want to clear out again that tolerance is really important. However, every human cannot tolerate everything because they are living in a world full of rules that need to be upheld. However, we as humans need to be selective to differentiate the good and the bad. We really need tolerance, and the only thing that makes united is tolerance. And also the way to make our official motto, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, become realization is by tolerance that upholds acceptance and respectance. So ladies and gentlemen, we as humans and also the citizens of our country need to hold hands together. We are different in many ways from our choices, background, ethnic group, opinion, religion, and belief. But we need tolerance in our life. And the last thing that I really want to tell you is, let's be a tolerant person that upholds indifference by acceptance and respectance. But don't forget that tolerance also has a limit that we cannot break. Before I end my speech, I want to tell you the quote that I really found it from Sidney Hook. It says like this: tolerance always has a limit. It cannot tolerate what is itself actively intolerant. That's all from me. Thank you everyone for your great attention and have a nice day.